Okay, hello everyone. Okay, today our third episode for Borak Cytron. For the last episode, we continuing doing the AI discussion and anything about the AI things lah. So today, the topic's a little bit different because we will talk about 3D printing. So today, we have our special guest. It is Mr. Adrian Teo. Hello, Mr. Adrian Teo. How are you?
Hi, good
Okay.
morning. Thank
All
you for
right.
having me.
Okay. So we have Mr. Adrian Teo, who is a 3D printing expert at Cytron here. Okay. So, Mr. Adrian, I know that you are from the background from the art which is in your high school. So I'm curious how actually you can blend yourself. How can you going to the align yourself from art to 3D print? I mean, like how can that be possible? I mean, like yeah, I mean, like okay, for example, like I'm from art, and then suddenly I'm be the 3D printer expert.
Are you from art?
No, I'm not from art. I mean, like
Okay.
example lah. I mean, like
Okay.
it's like totally different. How
Okay.
actually you can blend yourself? I mean, yeah, for me it's impossible for you to be like you are an art and then be in 3D printing. I mean, like how can you handle yourself to use the machine?
Okay.
So everything
Okay.
how
All right.
actually?
All right. Just a very quick, maybe a short introduction, lah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. When we talk about art, actually, back then I didn't study science stream or accounts. I took
Oh.
Reka Cipta.
Uh, uh, uh,
Right?
uh,
It's also under art stream lah. But then the opportunity I get is during Reka Cipta we get to do a lot of building. So back then we do a lot of like kemahiran building lah. We use kayu, we
oh,
use
you mean kemahiran hidup?
yeah.
Oh,
But then this is
okay.
form 4, form 5 kena
Yeah,
kemahiran
yeah.
hidup. So we build things lah using our hand. We do folio guna pen, pencil and
Yeah, yeah.
kertas saja. We don't use any 3D software. We use hand to draw 3D.
Oh, no one.
So that time when I was studying the subject, we don't really get 3D printer. That time 3D
Yeah, yeah.
printer I rasa still expensive lah.
Oh.
That time
Oh, that, I mean, like that time is already have like the 3D printer.
got 3D printer. I think 3D printer is around for more than 30 years already.
Oh,
Right?
old
3D
already.
printer has been around for over 20, 30 years already. But back then it's meant for industry purposes. 6 figure, 100,000 ringgit over. And then during my high school, about 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, still no 3D printer because they're masih mahal. When it's expensive, no one gets to use it lah. But today you see school everywhere got 3D printer. Back then I don't have lah, so I use paper and pencil and then kayu to do my 3D lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that is also part of art stream sebab dia bukan science stream. I'm not doing engineering, I'm not doing electronics. It's part of art stream. Even for architect or for designer, you still use
You still need to design.
you still need to design, you still use kayu to build your projects. It's just it's the same thing but just tak ada technology lah, right, back then.
Like
And
traditional
traditional
art.
art, yeah. I think even today when designer they took their courses in school, architect or interior designers, they still need to build their projects.
When drawing first.
They draw and then after that they use kayu, they use balsa wood, they potong and then they stick and then they build their model. Right? So this is still being practiced in school. But I see some universities like students, they are actually art students, they are actually exploring 3D printing to print certain part yang susah nak bina guna tangan. It's some part very hard to create lah. So they can design and 3D print it and then put it into their part, and that's still okay. For me, why I from art stream, how it helped me lah is because I get to do the hands-on. And then after that, okay lah, I eventually took engineering, but it didn't really help me learn this. It didn't really help me learn 3D printing.
Oh, okay. So okay, example like um if I want to learn how to use the 3D print one, how to use the machine, what kind of skill or like what kind of skill specific skill, did it need specific skill or something that I really needed to use this machine, or only the expert know how to use it?
Okay.
Okay.
If you ask me this question 20 years ago, I would say you need to be an expert. You need to have special certificate
Okay.
to operate a 3D printer. Today, it's open source lah. Anyone can use it,
Oh.
right? You don't need a special skills. You don't need special certification, right? You just need to know. If you know how to use, you know how to use IKEA, right? You know how to use IKEA punya furniture. You know how to pasang IKEA punya furniture. Basically, this is the same thing. Right, dia ada step, you just ikut cara 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like Lego lah.
It's like Lego, yes.
Okay.
It's not an engineer toy anymore. It's a common toy that everyone have it in their house. And you'll see there are more and more people owning 3D printers in their home in the future, because the direction that the 3D printing industry is going is to make it easier for everyone to use. Students, teachers, even families. When you go and see, like contoh lah, this is Ender 3 V3 lah, Creality printer. If you look at the trailer lah, have you seen the trailer for this one?
I think this one is quite new for me. I never seen
oh.
this before lah.
Setiap Creality printer, right, they have a trailer video one. So the video for Creality, this V3, right, all their video actually they put inside home setting lah, inside the house, and then you see family at home, like that kind of
ecosystem.
the ecosystem, but then it shows family at home using printer.
Oh, okay.
Dia bukan tunjuk you using it in factory or inside classroom.
Okay.
It shows that you're using it at home, you know. So that's why the message they want to send is it's a home printer. It's not. It's
like
not engineer.
The smell also not dangerous for.
It depends on the
filament,
on the material. But if you ask me what are the skills, I would say no specific skill, but then you need to be courage enough to try something new. I wouldn't say it's a dangerous tool. Okay, but there are still rules that you have to follow when you operate it. You have to jaga lah. It's like buying a car. You still need to jaga things that you can do, things that you cannot do. For beginners lah, I would recommend that you don't have to get a super expensive printer. Printer these days are very cheap. Like this one is under 1,000 ringgit.
Oh, 1,000.
Less than 1,000 ringgit. Right, printer range from 700 to 1,000, which is very decent. The quality is the same. Actually, more expensive doesn't mean better quality lah. And then the skills that you need is, if you can't draw, just download lah. Okay, the file you can always download. So have you tried 3D printer?
I tried before, but I'm also the beginner for 3D print. So for me, I've used Hornet before. Okay. So I never use I think this one is look really new for me. But I think the interface is still the same, right?
Same. I would say if you try one printer, all the printers you are familiar with. There's just maybe different brand,
maybe different like features,
features. But when it prints, sama
still
je,
same lah.
Right? The quality is almost the same.
Okay, I have another question. Since like you are 3D printer expert at Cytron, do you have like any current or upcoming project at Cytron that you are particularly using 3D printing?
There are a lot of products that we are using 3D printing, and we are also commercializing our 3D printer parts. One of it is actually here. We have this demo over here. Right. It's a sumo robot. It's quite popular these days. So basically, sumo robot means sumo, right? Two person banging each other, pushing each other out the ring.
Fight each other.
Yeah, fight each other. So this is the same thing. The sumo, knock each other to
Oh.
keluar. Notice the casing all is actually built by this.
I see.
Yeah, it's all designed by this black color filament plastic lah. It's all plastic. When the robot hits each other, high chance it's going to break.
Yeah.
If you then let's say like you do injection molding for plastics. Those part you buy one time, you get one time. After break, then habis. But if you 3D print it, we give the 3D printer
you
file.
mean it can be replaced
Anytime, no?
the part lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The part you can replace it anytime. You can redesign your own style also, your weapon, your defense mechanism. You can design lah. Basically, 3D printer, it's a tool for fast prototyping lah. We call it quick prototyping. When you build your electronics project, you want a casing, but you want a very customized casing. You design and then you print on the spot. You don't need to buy the case, and then it's very compact lah, because you already design it this way, so everything fit nicely.
I think it's really the design is really nice.
Yeah,
Looks very well.
but I don't think you need to be a very good 3D modeling person to design these cases.
You mean this one is open source also?
All these are open source. You can download it for free. If you go to Thingiverse, thingiverse.com, it's free lah. Everything is free. You just search for sumo robot. You see a lot of other people punya design. You can just download and then try. If it doesn't work, try another one. Okay. But if you really like to do all this, you can actually draw and then put your file online and then let people download also. So this is just one of the example. We do have other product also using.
This is
3D
one of
printer.
the product.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this one is suitable for competition.
Yeah. Sorry lah, I won't turn on this today lah. Only one cannot fight each other.
Okay. Last more question for you.
Okay.
What advice or what motivation you can give to inspire all the beginners outside that they are zero knowledge about 3D print, but they are really interested to explore about 3D printer?
Okay.
Yeah.
My one word advice is you have to be persistent lah. Okay, you have to be persistent when you're learning 3D printer. I can't guarantee you that you won't get problem when you do your 3D printing. You have to expect problem when you get a printer. Okay, we call it an open source printer because there are a lot of people using it. There are a lot of resources online. There are a lot of problems also you see online. But that's the fun thing about 3D printing. As you print, this thing get clogged, this thing pecah, this thing, goyang. So there are many different problems you may face on a 3D printer. My advice is to be persistent in finding the solution to solve. We have a lot of community groups in Cytron. Right? We have engineers, support engineers, even hobbyists in there to support anyone who wants to learn 3D printing. During my time, my first printer is also Ender 3 Pro. Okay, this is Ender 3 V3. So Ender 3 Pro, and then after that Ender 3 V2, and then V3. So I got the Ender 3 Pro. I already give it away to school lah. But during that time when my first printer, I baru buka only the box, and then already got problem. They didn't get to print at all. Immediately. Okay, and the problem is nothing you will expect. Online tak ada punya. I tried because saya sudah beli, saya sudah bayar. Waste money if I didn't solve this problem. So I solve. In the end, what problem? The casing here, this one is plastic lah. Last time is metal.
Metal.
So the metal bend a bit, and then it's blocking the fan. And then the fan cannot pusing. The fan is just like that, block. I didn't know I didn't use printer before. Then it just stopped the fan tak pusing langsung.
So it's not working because of only the fan lah.
Can print, everything can print.
Can print.
Just the fan tak pusing saja. So when the fan doesn't move, when it prints, this will heat up very quickly because the fan is to cool it. Then it will have the problem heat creep everything.
Yeah, overheat lah.
I don't know that time. I don't know, a beginner first time. So after that, I talked to the supplier, and then after that I found out, like that. Then I just bend the metal, then pushing already, then okay already.
Oh,
I spent a few weeks just bend.
only that only.
Yeah. So there are problems sometimes.
Oh.
You just, it's small, but you are still new. And it's okay lah, right, to face problems. My advice is get someone to be there with you, to jaga you, or a mentor as you learn 3D printing lah.
Need a guider also.
Yeah, so you feel more confident. Okay. But I would say it's something for everyone to learn. It's like a toy lah. Okay. You want to print this, you click, you print. You want to print that, okay, you print. You can print anything you want. So again, be persistent, and then be fearless lah, to try new things. That's my advice.
Okay, thank you so much. There's a huge knowledge that we can get from Mr. Adrian. So we have rise at the end of this episode. So I take back some point from Mr. Adrian for like advice for the beginners. I think for the beginners that want to explore about 3D printer, I think another point is they need the interested feel. If no one have the interested feel, you cannot do anything. So thank you very much for Mr. Jen for the sharing. So we will meet again for maybe in future we will have other discussion thing. So stay tuned and goodbye.